is Rogers TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Attack Wrap. I'm your host, Nick Kennedy. Before we jump into our interviews today, we'll quickly go over the Players of the Week. So your OHL Player of the Week coming out of Saginaw. It's going to Michael Misa with 7 goals, 1 assist, and 8 points. It's also going to go to rookie, first overall pick. That's going to go to Belchez out of Windsor. He had a solid performance this week, I believe, with 6 points. Michael Misa himself with 8 points. And your OHL Goalie of the Week going to Jack Ivankovic out of Brampton. Steelheads there getting started in Brampton now for their first time. Jack with a big win, and actually 2 wins. There you go. 1 goal against average and a .964 save percentage. So congratulations there to Jack, and I'm sure we'll see an Attack sweater in that OHL Goaltender of the Week slot in no time. And your Owen Sound Attack Player of the Week going to number 11, Max Bleicher. So congratulations to Max. Looked like he had a good time today. If you guys go check out the Attack social media pages, you'll see Max getting a little shot at goaltender as well. So that looked like a lot of fun. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'd like to welcome number 4, Elliot Arnett, and number 29, Bruce McDonald. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Excellent. This is, have you guys ever had to do a 1 hour long live interview before?
No.
No, this is a first for myself as well.
Yeah. We'll make sure the fans go easy on you there.
All right. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Elliot, why don't we start with you? Born in Barrie, got to play for the Colts U16 team. Mm-hmm. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was a great experience. We built a team. We had a guy come in, scout our team, and pulling a bunch of guys from all over Ontario, from Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury, all the way out to Ottawa. It's just a great experience, finding new guys to play with, playing with some of the top guys in Ontario.
Excellent.
It was very cool.
Awesome. For yourself getting drafted by the Attack, I mean, it's still pretty close to Barrie, about 2 hours away. Mm-hmm. Were your folks stoked that it was a little, short little drive instead of maybe a drive all the way down to Windsor or up to the Soo?
Well, my family is from Durham, my dad's side, so it's nice and close. So they were super excited when they found that I was going to Owen Sound.
There you go. So kind of like a hometown reunion a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Bruce, I mean, your road to the OHL was a little bit different looking than, we'll say, Elliot's. It was, it looked like you had a lot of experience with a lot of different teams, and obviously COVID made an appearance partway through, like right after your U16 year.
Yeah. All
of a sudden, here's COVID, and it, messes up everybody's plans. What was it sort of about your journey that maybe now you look back on and you kind of appreciate a part of it?
Yeah, it was definitely a longer road than most to get to the OHL. A lot of players come in at, 16, 17 years old, but me as like an even later U18 pick was something pretty special that I'm very thankful for. And then I got the opportunity with Erie, obviously, and made the most of it in camp. And yeah, that's where my road of the OHL began, and I'm stoked to be here. First year here, so it's been unbelievable so far. And excellent. Yeah, it's for all the kids out there for sure. You just got to keep going. It's not everyone has the same road to get to where they want to be, but so you just got to keep your head down and keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, it seemed like last year your Erie team there, a bit of a revolving door on the goaltender position, and I know the Attack have experienced that a couple of years ago now. And what's it been like for you playing in front of a couple of pretty steady goalies?
Yeah, last year we were thankful enough to have Ben Goudreau as our main goalie last year, and then when he went down, there was some definitely. Couple guys worried, because we were trying to make that playoff push, and it would happen right before playoffs. So yeah, we were all a little bit nervous to see where we were going to go with that. And we had another overage goalie come in from, I don't even remember where, but he played unbelievable, saved us a lot of games, won us a lot of games. He played in the playoffs, was unbelievable there as well. And yeah, it was definitely fun meeting all these different guys, and they all did a fantastic job, and credit to them coming up from wherever they played and starting an OHL game right away is pretty nerve-wracking, I think, as a goalie for sure. And yeah, it was fun, honestly, getting to meet all those guys, and it was good.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Well, talking about meeting a lot of guys, both of you guys are new to this team, obviously coming in with lots of OHL experience and coming up with, this is your first OHL experience, and you've gotten to experience your first OHL camp being drafted alongside former teammate, now Ian Nerton. What was that like for you, being able to come to camp with somebody that maybe was a bit of a familiar face?
Oh, it was great. Coming in and seeing his face, he made me laugh every day. He's a great guy. Always has a joke to say, so it was nice seeing him there.
Excellent. Bit of a hometown kid for himself as well, eh?
Yep.
Excellent. What are some of your takeaways there? First OHL camp, you kind of got to experience hockey at a maybe a little bit of a different level there than U16s. Got a few games now under your belt. What's been the biggest thing that stood out to you about that jump?
I would say the physicality. I think I'm not the biggest kid out there anymore. I'm not able to push around every single guy. It's been a lot harder to protect the puck, even just the speed of the physicality. The hits are a lot harder, a lot faster. They come at you a lot quicker. So I think that's been the hardest part.
Yeah, for sure. Bruce, I don't know if you can kind of remember back to your first camp or anything, but what was something for you that kind of stood out, making that jump as well? I mean, for yourself, going from U18s now to OHL.
Yeah, the speed, like everyone says, that jump is, it's pretty big. So, you really got to adapt quickly. Yeah. And thankfully, that's one of my stronger parts of my game, I'd say. So it was a bit maybe quicker to adjust to that speed, but it's also how fast the plays are developing, which is another big thing. And it's that part of the game where you're trying to find the open ice. Not a lot of it from going from U18, especially you have all the time in the world, to the OHL. It's a big jump in all aspects of the game, but definitely the speed and just the awareness of players are the two biggest things.
Yeah, that's a great call out there. I know, you kind of mentioned a little bit about speed there, and during camp and practice and stuff, you guys don't have your names on the back of the jersey necessarily, but I could always tell where you were because you seem to be sort of at the front of the pack or whizzing by somebody.
Yeah.
Has speed always been something that you've kind of relied on for your game? And if so, how is that something that you train? Do you just keep skating, or do you have things that you need to do to specifically train getting faster?
Yeah, so starting off with how I got my speed, growing up, I was nowhere near the fastest player on the ice, which is I had to rely on my hands and my awareness, and because I was a lot smaller, I didn't start growing and reach start puberty till very late, so I had to rely on my hands and awareness and stuff like that. So, but once I started getting bigger, and that's when I noticed my speed was becoming a stronger part of my game. So I was like, well, that's the biggest thing in hockey right now. So I gotta keep doing that. So yeah, I do a lot of off ice training, all the kids our age now are. It seems to be the thing during the summer, and lower body strength is a big part of the game, and it's gonna make you more stable on the ice and faster. So a lot of just explosive drills and stuff like that off the ice. And obviously I did my fair amount of power skating growing up, and that helped my stride. But once you get your skating stride, then it's all about power and explosiveness. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Awesome. For yourself, Elliot, there, you come in and experience that first camp, and really, I think it's clear to say you impressed. I mean, you're here on the team now, playing games. Something that I think stood out was just how hard you work, and not just the work ethic that you can visibly see from the stands on the ice, but your ability to make those quick changes and adaptations to your game and to how you're practicing so that you continue to improve. Where did you learn to do that, or is that something that you just kind of naturally came into?
I think it's always been my dad that's super hard on me. He's been hard on me ever since I was a kid, so I think he's taught me everything that I need to learn through that. Yeah.
Excellent. What would be some things that you would use to kind of describe you as a player? I mean, we've heard lots of what Dale has said leading up to the draft and following the draft. Heard all the things that he liked about you, why he drafted you. Talk to the coaches about all the new players coming in. How would you describe yourself as a player?
I think I'm a big physical defenseman that's good at moving pucks. I like to push around guys, like piss people off. And I'm also capable of jumping up in play and making something happen. I'm not the biggest offensive guy. I'm no power play guy, but I can always jump in the rush.
Great. Excellent. Awesome. I'm curious, for you, Bruce, having played so much with Erie and, plenty of games here at the Bayshore and another jersey, what were some thoughts or ideas that you had about Owen Sound before coming here?
Well, so for the fans wondering, like when the road teams come, all we see is the hotel and the rink.
Yeah.
That's all we get to see, and so I didn't know much about the town necessarily, and when I first got here, I was like, it's a pretty big town. Like I wasn't not expecting this. Like just seeing the rink and the hotel, like I figured it wouldn't be this big, but there's everything you need here, and then obviously playing in Owen Sound in the Bayshore, it's for an away team, it's something it's tough to play in, obviously. So I knew the fans were going to be great, and they've been unbelievable for our home opener and even preseason. And the weather so far has been pretty incredible. Like, still feels like summer, and you know what? I've gone on the boats into the bay and stuff like that, and it's been beautiful. Like, beautiful town. And I don't know how the winters are going to be. Like,
well, yeah, you might be in for something.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. The winters are pretty harsh, but it's kind of the same boat for Erie. Yeah. Like right on Lake Erie. Like the winters are pretty harsh, so I'm sure it's not something that it's something I'll get used to pretty quick. But yeah,
excellent.
I like it.
That's great. Well, that's good to hear. Elliot, did you ever get a chance to come up and catch a game at the Bayshore, being so close already?
I've never watched a game at the Bayshore, but I've watched you guys play Barrie a lot.
Yeah.
When I was younger. Yeah.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, hey, we like to play a few games on this show. So what I'll have you do is, if you guys want to go ahead and grab those whiteboards that are sitting right behind you there.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll play a couple of games here. We try to keep things light, try to keep them fun.
Let's do it.
While I'm asking these guys questions, those of you who are at home can grab your phones, and we will have a trivia question. The winner of the trivia question this week will get a pair of tickets, I believe, to this weekend's game on the 5th. And your trivia question is, what team did Elliot Arnett play with in the 2024 OHL Cup? And you will win a pair of tickets to October 5th's game against Kitchener, where we'll be giving these away. So if you'd like to get there early, there will be plenty of these. This doesn't quite maybe match my head, but that's all right. It'll match yours just right. So make sure you show up, and I think they got a bunch of these. These are actually nicer. When I heard they were giving these away, I don't know why. I was expecting maybe like a printed logo, but that's like a stitched jersey patch
that looks
right
good.
there. That's like I don't know if we can't really zoom, but there you can kind of see it sticks up. So anyway, if you need something for mowing your grass this late in the year still, make sure you show up there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So the way we'll play this game is I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to write down the answer that you think the other person would say. Does that make sense?
Sounds good.
And then what you'll do, we'll kind of go like one at a time. So you'll say what answer you would have given, and then Bruce, you'll reveal to see if you got it right. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of test this out with the first question here. So first question, this one might be a little bit easy for both of you, but what NHL team did the other person grow up cheering for?
So I write down.
So you would write down what you think Elliot would answer. Elliot, you're going to write down what you think Bruce would answer.
All right. I can't show the fans either right now.
Yeah. If you're playing along at home, feel free. Grab a whiteboard and a marker. All right, you got an answer? Okay, so why don't we, Bruce, why don't you say, what team did you grow up cheering for?
Grew up cheering for the Ottawa Senators.
All right, go ahead and reveal.
And the Leafs.
Put Leafs. Oh, grew up in the Ottawa area, big Sens fan. So there you go. That one almost feels personal. Like
yeah. I don't know.
What team did you grow up cheering for?
The Leafs.
Leafs.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Come on.
There you go. There you
Come
go.
on.
Okay, that's 1 point for Bruce. All right, what else do we have here? Okay, what was each other's favorite NHL player growing up?
Oh.
Favorite NHL player growing up?
Oh, wait.
I mean, big Sens fan, right? So I don't know.
I'm thinking of Suns players.
You know? Like after the Alfredson era, but kind of before the Stützle era? I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what? Can I give him a hint real
You
quick?
could give him a little hint. I mean, I
Not
feel like
Ottawa. Not Ottawa.
he may need to give you a bit of a hint.
Yeah.
then. Not Toronto? Well, I guess
No.
that, yeah, okay.
Oh, you want a hint?
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm trying to remember your player comparison. Kind of forget it now.
Yeah.
Darn. Is it a D-man?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Feeling like you're.
All right, so we'll go ahead. Bruce, why don't you tell us what player did you grow up cheering for as your favorite player?
Steven Stamkos.
Steven Stamkos. And you
Yeah.
wrote down
Patty Kane.
Patty Kane. That's close. I mean, it's the right era. It's the right
Yeah.
era. What player did you grow up cheering for? Favorite player?
Growing up,
Yeah.
I liked Morgan Riley.
Morgan Riley.
So it was a Leafs player.
Was a Leafs player.
Oh, did he say Leafs player?
But growing
You know
up,
what? I don't know.
Oh, I forget.
That one's confusing
All
me
right,
as
well, I wrote down Hedman.
Victor Hedman, yeah, you know
you
what?
know
I
what?
think same draft year, actually.
Then Morgan Riley?
I think so. I think that's the same
I'm
draft
pretty
year.
close. That's a half a point.
Well, I'll tell you guys your next question, then we'll announce the trivia winner here. So for each other, what NHLer, this is a similar question but different, what NHLer does the other person most shape their game after? Or if you were to describe yourself as a player in the NHL, who would you say your game most resembles? And while they work on that, we'll give a big congratulations to Crystal Vallis. Crystal Vallis, you have won yourself a pair of tickets to this Saturday's game, I believe against Brampton. I think they're coming up here this weekend. Excuse me, Kitchener. Kitchener is coming up. So, Crystal, those 2 tickets will be at the box office for you. You will, of course, I'm not going to wear it again, but I'll hold it next to my face here for you. You will, of course, get yourself a couple of these hats and, wear them proud. And hopefully, you never know. Somebody might score 3 goals and we're going to need to take maybe an extended commercial break. You never know. All right, you guys got some ideas over here?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a compliment, man. That's a real compliment. All right. I guess why don't we start over here? What NHL player would you most compare your game to?
I try
Or
to do.
rather, who do you think Bruce thinks you compare your game to?
I think he's gonna say maybe more cider, but
okay. Okay.
I do model my game after Radko Gudas.
Radko Gudas. Wow. Okay. Let's reveal.
Damn, no, I didn't get it. I wrote down Morgan Riley, but
Morgan
I'm
Riley
not gonna lie.
Or
I had Gudis written down,
thinking.
but I
Okay.
erased it because I was like,
Wow.
I don't know if he wants it.
Newly minted captain of Anaheim, Radko
Yeah.
Gudas. So that's sweet. All right, Bruce. What player do you think that you think Elliot thinks you most model your game after?
Well, we did recently do player comparisons in the room, and I
Okay.
said Anthony Duclair, so I don't know if you remembered that.
Wow. Okay.
But
You know what? That's excellent. He didn't get it, but
I was thinking of people that were fast, and I put Nathan McKinnon.
wow,
That's
a compliment.
that's a
folks.
compliment. That's that's exactly
Yeah.
it.
No?
Wow, thank you. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
You know what? That's a rookie looking up to it
Yeah.
LA right now,
Yeah.
showing his respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that. Okay, answering again for each other. What is each other's number one must-have road trip item? Can't do a road trip. You need this item. Maybe it's something unique. You never know.
Got an answer for him.
You got to answer for him. Yeah. What is Bruce's number one road trip item? I mean, I know you guys have only been on a few, a couple preseason, one regular season road trip. He's throwing an or in here, so you could throw an or in as well. Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like it's only fair,
how many awards are you doing?
No, I'm just
Clarification for bonus points.
All right. I wrote down my main one, and then
Okay.
I'll throw in a second
Excellent.
one.
All right. Well, why don't you tell us what is your number one must-have item?
Mine would be a blanket with a bunch of pictures of my dog on it that my sister made me for Christmas. Yeah.
That is
must.
sentimental and touching.
So if my sister's watching, I had to shout her out.
Did you get that super specific item?
I put pillow or snacks from the rookies.
Oh, okay.
Classic.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so-
that's, pretty close. What do you think? What do you think Bruce's number one other way around? What is your number one must-have item?
My number one must-have is a pillow.
A pillow. What'd you
Okay,
get?
well, I put down candy as my other one, but if I was going to write or, it'd
Well,
been a pillow.
Hopefully, we'll make sure that Andy Plater isn't watching right now.
Yeah, no.
It'll be all right.
No, he's fine with it. Don't worry.
Excellent. Okay. What is each other's go-to pre-game meal? I know the boys have a favorite spot in town, but I don't know if they've taken you guys there just yet.
Pre-game. Is this like homemade food, or is this like
It
when
can
we
be.
go on
It
the
can
road?
be either. It can be either. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
What's your favorite? I mean,
Whatever each other's go-to
What do you like?
pre-game meal would be. Got an idea? All right. Why don't you go ahead and let us know, Elliot, what is your go-to pre-game meal?
I'd say chicken and rice or salmon and rice.
Okay, chicken and rice, salmon and rice. What'd you get?
I just wrote down Montana's.
Montana.
Yeah, they have chicken.
They do have chicken and rice.
yeah.
I guess this one's up to you. Do you
Yeah.
want to count that?
I would count that. I would
Yeah,
count
count
that.
it, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, it's all we've eaten so far on the
Yeah,
road. So
that is true.
Fair enough. And Bruce, yourself, what's your go-to pre-game meal?
He's spot on, like chicken and rice, chicken pasta, that kind of thing.
Go ahead and
Actually,
reveal.
I want to mention, I had Boston pizza last time with my parents, like last game.
Yeah.
Some chicken Thai bites,
Oh,
unreal,
those are killer.
unreal, and it was good.
And I think we got this one spot on.
Chicken and rice.
Chicken
Yeah,
and
perfect.
rice.
It's everyone. That's an auto.
That's a
Yeah,
hockey thing.
not a hard one to get
Yeah,
there.
no.
No.
All right, let's go. This one's a little bit more specific to each of your personalities here, so we'll see. We'll see how well you guys know each other. What is each other's go-to pump-up song? You're in the dressing room, you got the earbuds in, you got the headphones on, or maybe you're driving to work, you've got the bass cranked. What is the number one pump-up song for each other?
Could be anything.
Darn, I keep writing down what mine is
Right.
instead of Arnie's.
So that's a good one.
I'm feeling it.
You know
see
what?
that? You see that in him?
I do. No, I think that's spot on.
Man, I don't even know.
Nope.
No, never.
I'm never gonna get this
Oh
one.
no.
No. Okay. We'll see.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, go ahead. So why don't we start over here, Bruce? What is your number one pump up song?
Okay, there's a few, but I'm gonna say "Smack That" by Akon
Okay.
is my number one.
You know what? Maybe it's almost a similar era here.
Similar.
You know what? Similar vibe.
Oh, yeah?
In a different way. Like
Okay.
this is if you could take that song and add a little Starbucks to it.
Starbucks.
Now you've got this.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
I put "Party in USA." I felt like you're that type of guy.
That ain't me. That ain't me.
No.
All right. Close. Not really, but kind of. What's your go-to pump up song?
Right now is "You Somebody" by Kings of Leon.
Okay. Wow. Did you expect that?
I mean, I wrote down AC/DC. I couldn't think of a
Okay.
specific song. Is that the
All right.
same?
No.
No.
I mean,
Kind of. Not really.
you know.
What's the band?
Kings of Leon.
You know what? There's a few fans watching this right now that are just going, yes. So that's okay. You've won over the hearts
All right.
of some of the fans out there.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what that is.
That's okay. What would the sport be that each other would play if you had to play something that wasn't hockey?
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
The sport I would play if
Yep.
it wasn't hockey would be football.
Football. Okay.
Yeah.
And we got
I thought you were a golf guy.
golf.
That
I
is,
thought golf.
That's a good
You're
call.
a good golfer.
that's
I've
a
heard.
good call.
Okay.
That's a good call.
All
I
right.
don't know. That's actually, now that you're saying golf, like, it might be golf, actually.
It might be. I mean, if you're gonna play
Yeah.
something professionally, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's not a bad one to have. You
Yeah.
you deal with a little bit of hip surgery every now and then, but it's not a bad one to have.
I know, it's a good guess for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Football, golf, and fishing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
would have been spot on.
Pro fisher.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're gonna like it up here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, what sport would you play up here if you, or not here, but what sport would you play professionally if you had to play something else?
Lacrosse, for sure.
Lacrosse.
For sure. Yeah.
I went with the old football.
The old football.
Yeah. Yeah. You seem like hard hitting, like hard nosed kind of guy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Same thing as lacrosse,
That's,
I
yeah.
guess, though.
Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Similar in that
you know,
field.
but I feel like lacrosse has that level of ferocity. You know.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Football, you know, you leave kind of friends afterwards. Lacrosse, you're not usually leaving friends right
Oh, yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, we got I think 2 minutes here till break, so we'll do one more here.
Yeah.
Sports aside, if the other person had to do one career unrelated to playing sports, what would that career be? I mean, fair enough. That's fair enough.
I mean,
Yeah, you're either going to get on a few people's good side or bad side with that one. So
I mean, he just said it.
that's
so.
fair. That's fair. Go ahead. You can reveal what career would you do if it wasn't playing hockey?
Something to do with business. I don't really know specifically yet, but
That's a tough break there. Go ahead and reveal.
I put pro fisher because you just said it.
oh well. I guess it's not. I wasn't thinking sports. I was
Yeah.
thinking like
That's true. That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess
that's on me.
that kind of just reveals Elliot's thoughts on what
Yeah.
fishing actually really is. you
Right.
know?
Right.
That's
So you don't
fair.
think it's a sport?
Oh, it can be a sport.
Okay.
Could be either or.
All right.
Could be either or.
What kind of job you do in the future?
I'm thinking electrician.
Electrician. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good one. I didn't even know what to say, so I put astrophysicist.
Astrophysicist.
You think highly of me.
He's,
You're a
I'm
smart
you think
guy.
I'm
that's fair. That's you know.
sure.
take that as
Sure.
a
I'll take
compliment, too.
that.
Yeah, you know.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll have to ask some hockey IQ questions after the break here. But while we go into break, we'll be right back with a few more questions and a quick look at some of the highlights from this past week. Stay tuned to Attack Wrap here on Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Sports fans know Sundays are for football. That's why you need NFL Sunday Ticket. With NFL Sunday Ticket, Rogers customers get every live game, every Sunday afternoon, all season long. Follow your favorite teams and players live in HD. Order NFL Sunday Ticket and get up to 200 regular season games. Rogers Ignite TV customers say NFL into your voice remote.
Welcome to Central Westside United Church.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Attack Wrap here on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Nick Kennedy, joined today by number 4, Elliot Arnett, and number 29, Bruce McDonald of the Owen Sound Attack. We've just played a couple of games here to see how well these two new teammates know each other, and I'd say pretty well. It's only going to get better as the year goes on.
Of course.
We're going to go into a bit of a classic bit here now on the show, and we're going to let these guys go ahead and tape a pair of mini sticks, similar to the way you would do an in-game stick. Doesn't have to be. And if you'd like a chance, if you're, we'll say maybe 18 and under, and you want a chance to win one of these sticks, make sure you make it to the game this weekend, and there'll be a pair of eyes going around looking for someone to give these to. So make sure you guys end up there at the game, and you'll get a chance to win these sticks. So gentlemen, we got all sorts of stuff. We had a debate last year, and feel free to just go ahead and start taping whenever you want here.
All right.
We had a debate on flame tape, whether or not it actually makes your shot a little bit harder, and I think the overwhelming consensus is yes.
I don't know. I've personally never used it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, I don't think I've ever, other than a mini stick, no, I don't think I've ever used it.
I'll give it a try tomorrow though.
There we go.
If you're saying it makes my shot harder.
I mean, you know what? We're getting this from the pros. So
really? Okay.
That's what they're saying. We'll tend to listen to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys both go the ripped in half white tape, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Looks like it.
What do you gain, or why did you start using sort of like half a width of tape? Do you feel like the extra creases give you more grip, or what's?
I'm just ripping this in half because we don't have. He has that thin white.
Yeah.
The normal one.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to mimic the normal tape.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No problem.
I'm doing it for my knob only.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
feels better on the top, the pinky finger.
Right.
Because I do it like pinky length.
Okay.
So my pinky just kind of sits on that, and then it kind of creates like a little stopper for the rest of my hand.
Sure.
So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Does that just kind of help you on like poke checks and stuff like that? You're not losing your stick and whatnot?
Yeah, I find I have more control of my stick with it.
Yeah.
Like when I'm shooting, my hand's not flying off my stick.
Okay.
But I like it.
A hot debate last year as well is toe to heel or heel to toe. And I see you're going toe to heel here.
I am.
Is that, have you always done it this way?
No, actually.
Okay.
I switched near the end of last year, and I found that the snow falls off easier.
Interesting. Okay.
Because the puck's going with the tape.
Right.
So
you find it doesn't like pile up and stuff. And I guess that is helpful. Like our ice gets pretty snowy there towards the end of the period.
Yeah.
And okay, well that's good to know. We'll have to have somebody out there. I'm sure somebody's going to try it now because you said that, and we'll hear back. Okay, Bruce, are you also a toe to heel taper?
I'm not the guy to ask about tape on my blade.
Okay.
Fun fact, I do not use any tape on my blade.
Well, there you go. This is going to be the first. We've had a few guys do a piece of tape right across. We've had a couple of guys do like 1 or 2 lines of tape in the middle of their stick, but you're the first one I think we've had on the show to do no tape on the blade.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have way more control of the puck with it. Makes my hands, I can stick handle much quicker too.
Yeah.
I feel in battles, I have more control of here, do you need this?
Probably.
And stuff. Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. I switched, I think, I want to say 2 years ago.
Okay.
Is when I went to no tape, and haven't gone back since. And
was that a switch you made while in Erie, or kind of going into Erie?
Yeah, while in Erie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you find obviously, you've got something in between the blade and the puck. It's going to absorb some of the we'll say the vibration and whatnot. Did you feel like removing that just helped you to kind of understand what the puck was doing without necessarily needing your eyes?
Yeah, for sure. The receiving passes is definitely the biggest thing that people don't use tape for that reason is like you like the puck kind of like if you're not used to it, the puck will just kind of fly off your stick.
Right.
And also the shooting, but mainly the passing I find.
Okay.
So I kind of got used to that, and now it's like as if I had tape on my stick. Like I absorb the puck way more and stuff like that. So
did it change the way you release the puck at all?
Yeah, I find I have a much quicker release.
Okay.
With the tape.
Without the tape, you mean?
Yeah, without the tape. Sorry. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think my shot might have got a little bit lighter.
Okay.
Like maybe not as hard.
Right.
But definitely
the quickness of it.
Yeah, definitely the quickness. Yeah, I like it. So
excellent. Wow. So do you do a black blade then, a white blade?
Yeah, black blade.
Black blade. Okay.
Yeah.
And I see you got the white tape. Is there? I know some people have said in the past they'll use white to try to disguise the blade angle, or black to try to hide the puck. We talked to the goalies last year. It doesn't seem to make a difference too much to them. Did any of those things influence your decision on tape color or blade color?
No, honestly. I've always heard the old goalies can't see the puck when you have black tape, but I've never believed it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, now you got an interesting grip here going on. Do you do two knobs on your stick?
I'll explain this. So I have recently also changed to this.
Okay.
I go from end of this here, my two pinky fingers, and I put that little slot of tape right here. So when I'm holding my stick, I put my middle finger, my ring finger in between the two.
I gotcha. Okay.
So I find that my hand doesn't slide off as easy, and then when I'm shooting, I have a lot stronger grip on my stick.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that is, I gotta be honest, these are two unique tape jobs that I was not expecting from you guys today. And then, Bruce, do you go grip tape, or you just wrap it down the shaft a little bit?
Yeah, just like kind of like a little candy cane. Ish knob.
You like a little exposed stick up there under the glove too, eh?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. It just keeps my stick light at the same time with the no tape on the blade.
Yeah.
Kind of keep that whole mindset and.
Skate fast, shoot fast. You gotta have fast tape jobs too, I suppose.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You probably, I mean, thinking about the tape jobs that we've seen so far this year, I think like you've probably got the quickest one, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I never have to retape my sticks.
Yeah, there you go.
I definitely go through sticks a little bit quicker.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, so for the parents watching, I wouldn't recommend it for your kids.
Right.
Anyway.
Spending $300 on a twig, you better be taping that with duct tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so,
fair enough.
But maybe give it a try.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once you get your sticks paid for, hey, you take that tape off and you do what you
Or
gotta
once
do.
you're paying for your sticks.
Or once you're paying for your own sticks. Yeah, rip that tape off and give it a go.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll go over top of both those knobs then with the grip tape?
Yeah. I go over top and I do a little securing roll of white tape too.
Okay.
At the bottom and top.
Down at the bottom, gotcha. Oh, and the top, like back over the knob.
Back over the knob, yeah.
Gotcha. We had a player who's no longer with us last year who, speaking of kind of changing tape jobs, scored his first goal of the season, and then the very next game, which was the next day, changed his tape completely, which I don't understand, because when I played, I was a lot more of a superstitious player. If I scored doing something, that was how I did that for the rest of the time until you go dry and then score again.
Exactly.
But that was, I don't know, have you guys ever experienced something like that? Like, are any of the things that you do because you scored with it and so it's just continued?
When I scored, I don't score many goals. But when I scored, I never touched the stick.
Yeah.
I leave it exactly how it is. I wouldn't even retape the blade until I had a bad game or something.
Right. And then it's time for a change. Something doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I see, explain to me, obviously the number, that makes sense. Now down on the bottom, you don't often see that. Usually people do them up a little higher, or do you always do it down at the bottom of your grip there?
Yeah, I always go bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the little dot here's for, it's my main stick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes it easier on stumps too.
That
Actually, I
makes
haven't
sense.
done it this year, so if Stumps is watching,
my
fault. But I normally put like a little dot to showcase like the backups. If I break this one, then they'll have two dots.
Gotcha.
Say like, this is the one I want you to hand out. You know.
Right.
So
that is helpful in a quick game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you got 4, and then is that just a line or is that a 1? Or
no, just line. I do the exact same thing. I have my line, and then my backup stick has 2 lines. My third stick has 3 lines.
Is that something you learned from somebody, or did you just kind of pick that up?
My trainer last year liked it, so when we broke sticks, he would always know which one to grab.
Excellent. Oh, that's great. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, obviously, okay, and we got the flame tape.
Yeah, should I tape like a little bit of the blade?
I mean, you don't have to.
No?
You totally can if you'd like, but you know.
I mean, this is my stick, but I want to dabble with the flame tape.
It's
somewhere.
up to you, I suppose. Yeah, this is your.
Maybe I just give a little.
Just a little razzle dazzle there on the bottom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. That's we'll make sure that these go to one very lucky fan. And I noticed here. Okay, so you got sort of an extra little bit there where you put the line that's separate from your grip tape as well. So do you kind of do like 3 individual little?
Yep, I do. I call this little line the seal the deal line. So it seals the grip tape to the stick so it doesn't fall off as easy. And I do the same thing on the top. And then this little one, I used to write little stuff on the sides, but I haven't really done it. And then I just put my little tick on it now.
There you go. Excellent. Well, that's fantastic. If you would like an opportunity, for those of you watching at home, or maybe you've got a grandkid or a son or daughter that would like to win one of these sticks, make sure that you guys show up to the rink, and we'll make sure that they get an opportunity to potentially win these sticks. They'll be signed and ready to go to a lucky fan. So we'll see you guys at the game. Don't forget as well, this Saturday are the Cowboy hats. They're getting given out for the game against Kitchener. And what we're going to do now is we'll jump in. We've got a few highlights from this past week, so we're going to look at both games from Guelph. We'll break those highlights down as soon as we get back, and then I believe we've got an interview as well from head coach Scott Ray that we'll take a look at before the end of the show. So we'll head to Friday's game now against Guelph, and we'll be right back after those highlights.
Just wide, and McFadden settles it, wrapped in front, scores! Ryan McGuire, the veteran in front, slams it home, and the Storm open their goal-scoring bank. It is 1-0.
Takes that shot, it goes wide, he goes straight to the net in the midst of the crowd, not afraid to get into the dirty area.
Moving the pace up the ice here. Here comes Allen to the outside, hard shot, scores! Camtastic is back in business, and the Storm lead 2-0.
A little bit later on into his return last year, here he is in day 1, game 1, and just feathers that one right through.
McDonald thrown in front, scores! A beautiful spin move and stuff it home. That's Hookie in front.
6'5", 222 pounds. Landon Hookie in tight.
Top the holding it in. Fired in there. Puck still out. Scores! It's Will McFadden. McFilthy in front of the net.
Everybody getting set up. You have Rowan top. Just throw this one on net. Thinking, you know what? This is going to develop a rebound. You have a couple of guys in there. McFadden is just going to get a stick on it.
Making a power move to the front. Loose. Scores! And it's Skvortsov's first OHL goal. The big Russian defender's there to scoop in his first.
Sees the twisting and turning by McKenzie, and where does he go? Just a big body right in front of the net.
Bad turnover here. McLean in front. McLean! Oh, it goes in! Alex McLean is on the board. His first OHL goal.
30 goals in 33 games with the Barrie Junior Colts last year. Gets drafted 9th overall in the OHL priority selection.
And a breakaway opportunity here for the attack. Right in. Big save, Gillespie. He robbed Tersini blind.
You got to go high. Tersini, you see here, trying to go backhand, just could not get it up. A great pad save by Friday Night Lights.
Tried that little old Jerome McGinley shoulder fake backhand move, and Gillespie read it all the way. Beauchene again, a little too fancy with that puck for Rosen. Score! No, it hit the bar! And now it's in. Look at this chance from Verosian, puts it right under the bar, and it's laying there, and Crawford, heady by him to keep the play going and slam it home. 5-2 now the lead. Played into the slot, high shot there, nearly in, and scores! It just bounces home as Owen Sound with a chance here, scores! A beautiful shot. And that's Bowie, his first career OHL goal, and it's a gem snapper that beats Gillespie with a beautiful wrister.
Attack General Manager Dale DeGray said that this kid had a tremendous shot when they signed him.
As Waddick's about to leave the box, they find Tersini with room. Tersini scores!
Well, fans starting to get to the edge of their seat, starting to get a little bit quieter here.
6-4 W to open the season here at the Sleeman Center.
Excellent. Well, a hard-fought game, a tough first period for the Attack there. I'm sure everybody kind of understood that going in, but you guys come out just flying. I mean, you concede the first goal of the second, but you guys really control play for a lot of the rest of the game there, out shooting in second and third period, more opportunities to score in the second and third period as well. What was it about that first intermission there that you guys just kind of, something changed and all of a sudden things started clicking again?
Well, after the first, we talked it over in the dressing room because we knew there was something wrong. Obviously, we ended up 4 goals in the first, I think it was 4-1, right? Going into the second. So we talked it over in the dressing room, kind of figured out the points where we needed to improve. Yet we still knew we had some good areas of the game as well that we needed to keep building off of. And Razor came in, kind of said the same stuff we were saying. So we knew going into the second and third, it's what we need to work on. And it was definitely a better second and third than the first. And we kept building off those 2 periods going into Owen Sound as well. We talked about that, saying hey, this third period we're down, was it 5-2 after the second?
I believe you're right.
Yeah. So we're going into the third down 3. We're this is a building for next game kind of period.
Absolutely.
We're playing Guelph again tomorrow. Let's just build off this, and we did exactly that. Going into Owen Sound, and as you saw in the Owen Sound game, I think we did a pretty good job. Which unfortunately we didn't get the win, but we definitely deserved maybe a couple points there. And
for sure. Well, that's something that I wanted to ask you guys. Obviously it's easy for people who don't, we'll say maybe people who watch hockey but don't have a deep understanding of hockey to look at, one game and just kind of throw their hands up. But there were a lot of good things happening in that game still. I mean, you've talked about a few of them. And how good is it as well to get your first round draft pick going ahead and getting his first goal in his first game, right? That's a confidence builder that's just going to keep going. Exactly. And then watching the way that you guys respond to a tough period. What were a couple of those things that you're really happy about, how the team played and some of the good things they did despite a losing effort in Guelph?
I think on the defensive end, going into the game, we know that we're going to be a shutdown team. We're going to not give up too many shots. We're keeping those to a minimum, and I think we did a great job of that, only allowing, I think it was 9 shots in the first period, and then 19 in total. I think we did a great job defensively.
Excellent.
Executing all our things in practice that we did.
Great. Well, that's fantastic. What we'll do now, let's run that Owen Sound Bayshore highlight package, because that was, if you missed that game, that's a shame, because despite not getting the win, that was an outstanding game. So let's roll those highlights and then we'll be right back.
To Tersini trying to go ahead to Nancy. It was off a skate. Nancy gets there first, out in front, poke checked away though by Gillespie, good stick, and Cam Allen will bring it up ice, over to Carabella, have a step to the net, Carabella the shot, he scores! Jake Carabella, short side, opens the scoring, and it's 1-0 for the Storm. Down the left wing, Snellgrove losing the handle, Verosian turns it over, here's another chance, Snellgrove a shot, what a save by Carter George, as he takes a whack after the whistle that he didn't like. McDonald at the left point. Passes it across to McHugh. McHugh to James Petrovsky. Back to Sam McHugh. Lets it go. Save made. Rebound off the post. Puck still loose in the crease. They jam away. And the whistle blows as the puck's underneath. Cam Allen around there for about 45 seconds. Now Allen, long stretch pass hits Nemestikov. Open is McGuire. McGuire stepping in. He scores! Using both ends of the ice, Ryan McGuire come back and looking just like that player we saw early on in his OHL career. I remember after that priority selection, as McHugh takes a shot, that was stopped by Gillespie. Scores! It trickles across the line, and Sam McHugh has the attack to within one. Leisha got the red line and dumped it in. It's going to come out in front to Gillespie, and he holds on to it with the blocker.
Excellent. Well, a hard-fought game. You didn't get to see all of it there with the highlights, but the attack certainly outplaying the Storm there in that game. Bruce, like you said, building off of those last two periods there of the first game on Friday. And I think talking with a couple of the guys, the chances were, I think when they broke them down, the attack had something like 20 scoring chances to Guelph's like 6 or something like that. Just an outstanding effort by the attack all around. And you could see it too in the stands. You could kind of hear it from people as well. Like, it wasn't one of those games where you leave kind of frustrated or whatever, maybe a little bit, frustrated just that, on bad puck luck and stuff like that. And, I think 4 posts, something like that in the game as well. So just overall an outstanding effort there by the attack. You're not always going to win every good effort game, but what were a couple of things that you guys both saw that, you were proud of your team for?
Well, first off, credit to Georgie, unbelievable goaltender, and he's going to give us a chance to win every night. And us as a team, we have to, keep the chances against at a minimal. Keep his night easy, and he'll do the rest. But for Saturday night's game, he played amazing. I thought the D-man really did a good job boxing out, which is a thing we talked about on Friday night's game, after Friday night's game. Just clearing the net for Georgie. And we're going to be a very aggressive team, hard on pucks, and I thought we did a great job of that, like getting in on the forecheck. We'll finish our checks when we need to, and a big thing is just sticking up for each other. So it was good to see JP, James Petrovsky, go in and defend his teammate with that fight there, and the fans obviously loved that here.
Oh boy, and, I might have lost my voice after that fight. That was one of the few fights that people are going to remember that one.
Right.
There's lots of fights that happen, but that's one of those fights you remember.
Yeah. So just seeing that, it's good, and it's going to be like that all year, really. So I think we did a great job. We gave ourselves a chance to win that game, and that's what you need every night, really. So we'll do a better job executing next game.
No problem. No problem. Felt the same way?
I felt the exact same way. I think we did. Going into the game, we had a pregame skate. We went over all the things we needed to do, and we executed. We did what we had to do, and unfortunately, we didn't come home with the 2 points, but it happens. We're definitely going to go into this weekend knowing what to do, and we're going to hopefully get some points here.
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you guys do, as a team, and maybe kind of as an OA, a voice in the room and stuff like that? How do you talk to the guys when you're just facing a hot goalie? You guys were getting chance after chance there on Gillespie, and he just happened to be in the right spot at the right time. Not necessarily lucky. He's a great goalie, right?
Yeah.
And just was on a bit of a heater there on Saturday. Yeah. How do you approach that with your team?
It's just it's gonna happen some nights when you face a hot goalie, and we just got to keep doing what we were doing right, and you just hope that the luck goes on your side now. You get the favorable bounces and stuff like that, and it didn't end up doing that, unfortunately. But just when you're in the room, you just gotta. We're playing well, so for us, the older guys, we just gotta say hey, keep doing what you're doing. You gotta keep going, keep pushing, because you never want to get discouraged, especially when you're doing well and it's not going your way. The last thing you need is to get down on yourselves and stuff like that. So we just had to keep the energy high, and there's a lot of young guys on the team. So for us, it's a big part is the locker room, and
absolutely
just keeping them motivated and keeping that intensity going forward. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that's great to hear. We've got a quick interview here from head coach Scott Ray. We'll run that, and we'll be right back up here to wrap up the show.
Standing ringside following tonight's home openers. The Owen Sound Attack fall to the Guelph Storm 2-1, joined by Attack head coach Scott Ray. And coach, here tonight, a valiant effort by your team. You guys come up 1 goal short, but a hard-fought battle. I would have to think in that dressing room you have to be pretty proud of the effort you saw from your squad here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. We were pretty good today. We definitely played 60 minutes, and we stuck together out there, and I thought we had a really valiant effort out there. It was every guy, every player on each line, and like all 20 guys were phenomenal tonight. And you're trying to look for things to critique, and there's not much in between periods. Just stick to it and stick at it, really.
When you look at tonight's game compared to last night, did you sense there was a lot of nerves for the first game of the season? Did the guys seem to settle here this evening? Yeah, I think there was a lot of nerves. You've given up a couple different big opportunities early in that game, and you know what, it was our older guys. I expected it to be the younger guys coming into the league, or maybe the second year guys or the third year guys that haven't played much, but it was our older overage guys or some drafted NHL guys, and we did some video today and they definitely responded. That's what you're looking for in junior hockey, is a response and to learn from the mistakes. You guys don't get any points here this weekend, but I thought in tonight's game it was just a case of if a bounce or two had gone your guys' way, it could have been a completely different result. Do you worry at all about some frustration for this team coming out of the weekend, kind of being a little snake bitten here tonight? Not at all. It's a long season. It's a marathon. So, junior hockey's it's a fickle thing. There's 1 week where you can't buy a win, and then all of a sudden you don't deserve a win and you get the win. So it's just one of those things. We just got to be positive. We got a long week of practicing. We got 4 practices in a row, which is kind of unusual in our league. You're usually playing a Wednesday game, 2 practices, and then playing Friday, Saturday. So we're definitely going to use that to try to motivate them to score more goals and to have more fun while they're doing it. Well, as we look ahead to next weekend, you guys jump right into the thick of things. You'll go on the road to Brantford against a good Eastern Conference opponent. You got another division rival coming in next Saturday. But when you look at this weekend, you played a division rival back-to-back. Do you like getting your feet wet like that with a couple of intense games? Yeah, that's where I came from. You're either playing Barrie or Sudbury early, and you're playing them back-to-back, and you would think it's March hockey, so it's good. And even this hockey, it was fast, it was entertaining. You had a lot of hits, a couple fights, early on in the season. And these teams are going to get to know each other really early, and that's what you want. You want to get that atmosphere between the two teams where you don't know what's going to happen on a daily basis. All right, Coach. Well, wish you the best of luck coming up next weekend. Thanks so much for doing this. Thank you. All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you as well to our guests, Bruce McDonald and Elliot Arnett. Make sure you guys tune in to Rogers TV for all your Attack action, and don't forget to get your tickets to this Saturday's game against Kitchener at the Bayshore.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Summer days, summer nights, lots of things to do, places to go, and people to see. If you're having a few drinks, be sure to plan ahead and get home safely. We don't want to pick you up. Drinking drivers risk injuries to themselves and others and take chances with their license, their jobs, and their future. Remember what's at stake and choose your ride, whether you're the driver, the passenger, or the party host. Thanks for supporting sober driving. I hope we never meet.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more.
Back-to-back Stanley Cup victories.
Greatness.
And a new legacy begins. Absolutely amazing. It has happened in Vegas.
It's not a destination.
And lightning has struck twice.
It is a continuous journey.
We did it! We did it!
that never ends.
These are the moments you dream of. Deadly